The conference room door slammed so hard the walls shook. Maya's presentation clicker clattered across the polished table as she watched Kang Jinho stride out without a single word. 3 months of work, 3 months of late nights, of proving herself, of being the only black woman in Zenith Media's Seoul headquarters, and he'd just torpedoed her campaign in front of the entire executive board. "Ms. Carter," Director Park's voice was ice. "Perhaps you should reconsider your approach to the Korean market. Mr. Kang's concerns about cultural sensitivity are valid." Maya's jaw tightened. Cultural sensitivity. The same excuse they'd used when they questioned her hire, when they seated her in the back corner of the office, when they forgot to invite her to team dinners. She gathered her materials with shaking hands, smiled that professional smile she'd perfected, and walked out with her head high. The hallway was empty except for one person. Jinho stood by the elevator, his back to her, phone pressed to his ear. His voice was low, urgent. "I can't keep doing this. She needs stability. No, mother, I don't have time to—" He turned and saw Maya. His expression shifted from frustration to that cold, blank mask he always wore around her. "I have to go." "Must be nice," Maya said, unable to stop herself. "Sabotaging people's careers and then making personal calls on company time." "You don't understand the market here." "I understand perfectly. I understand that you've undermined every single campaign I've pitched for 3 months. I understand that you smile at the male executives and look through me like I'm invisible. What I don't understand is why you hate me so much." Something flickered in his eyes. For a moment, she thought he might actually answer. Instead, he stepped into the elevator. "The client wants authenticity. Your ideas are too Western." "My ideas are fresh. Yours are stuck in 2015. The elevator doors began to close. He held them open with one hand. "You want to know why I challenge your work? Because if I don't, someone else will, and they won't be kind about it. Welcome to Korea, Miss Carter." The doors shut. Maya stood there, furious and confused and so tired of fighting. Her phone buzzed. Stella, her only real friend in Seoul. "Emergency wine night? You look like you need it." Maya texted back. "Is it that obvious?" "Girl, I felt that door slam from the 5th floor." An hour later, Maya was drowning her frustration in convenience store wine on Stella's apartment balcony, the Seoul skyline glittering before them. "He's the worst," Maya said for the 5th time. "The absolute worst." "You know what I heard?" Stella leaned in, her voice dropping to a gossip whisper. "He's a single dad. His wife left him with a baby and disappeared. No divorce, no contact, nothing. Just gone." Maya paused mid-sip. "That's awful, right? Apparently he was different before. Fun, even. Now he's just this work robot who never smiles." Stella shrugged. "Still doesn't give him the right to be a jerk to you." Maya thought about his phone call, the exhaustion in his voice. She needs stability. "How old is the kid?" 4, I think. His mom watches her. Why are you getting that look?" "What look?" "That look like you're about to make his trauma your problem." "I'm not—" Maya's phone rang. Unknown number. She almost didn't answer, but something made her pick up. "Hello?" Heavy breathing. A small, scared voice. "Hello? Is someone there?" "Hi, sweetie. Yes, I'm here. Are you okay?" "I can't find my daddy." The child's voice cracked. "I'm at the store and I was looking at the toys and now I don't know where he is and Mr. Hoppy is scared." Maya's heart clenched. She could hear the announcement system in the background, Korean voices calling out deals. "What's your name, honey?" "Hana, I'm 4 3/4. "That's a very specific age. I like that." "Hana, I need you to stay right where you are, okay? Is there a nice store worker nearby?" "There's a lady with a blue shirt. She's talking to someone." "Perfect. Can you go to her and hand her the phone? And Hana? You're being so brave right now. Mr. Hoppy is lucky to have you. A shuffling sound, then an adult woman's voice, speaking rapid Korean. Maya switched to her broken but functional Korean, explaining the situation. The woman assured her they'd found the child near the toy section of the E-Mart in Gangnam and were making an announcement for the parent. Can I talk to Hana again? Maya asked. The lady wants to talk to you, the woman said in Korean accented English. You stayed with me. Hana's voice was brighter now. Are you a princess? Maya laughed despite herself. No, sweetie, just a friend. Your daddy will be there really soon, I promise. Will you stay on the phone until he comes? Of course I will. For the next 10 minutes, Maya talked to Hana about Mr. Hoppy the bunny, about Hana's favorite foods, strawberries and pizza, not together, and about Hana's preschool, where her best friend was named Minho, and they were learning about butterflies. Then, in the background, a man's voice shouting in Korean. Hana! Hana, where are you? Daddy! Hana squealed. Maya heard the reunion, heard the relief and fear in the father's voice as he scooped up his daughter, heard him asking the store employee what happened. Then, through the phone, Hana's bright voice. Daddy, my new friend stayed with me. She's on the phone. Can you talk to her? Hana, we need to thank the store staff and... But Daddy, she's still there. She waited. A pause. Then a man's voice came through the phone, cautious and formal. Thank you so much for helping my daughter. I don't know how she got your number, but I'm very grateful. The voice was familiar. Maya's stomach dropped. Mr. Kang? Silence, then barely audible. Miss Carter? They met at a cafe near the E-Mart 20 minutes later because Hana had absolutely refused to leave until she could meet her phone friend in person. Maya arrived first, still processing the impossible coincidence. Of all the people in Seoul, of all the children who could have somehow called her number, the door chimed. Jinho walked in, and he looked nothing like the cold executive from the office. His hair was disheveled, his tie loosened, and he was holding Hana's hand so tightly it had to hurt. Hana spotted Maya and shrieked with joy, dragging her father across the cafe. You're real! You're so pretty! Daddy, look how pretty she is! Maya crouched down to Hana's level. It's so nice to meet you in person, Hana, and you must be Mr. Hoppy. She addressed the stuffed bunny with appropriate seriousness. Hana beamed. Mr. Hoppy says you have a nice voice. Tell Mr. Hoppy thank you. Jinho stood frozen, watching this interaction like he was seeing a ghost. Finally, he managed. I don't understand how she called you. Maya stood. Neither do I. I pressed the buttons, Hana announced proudly. I pressed lots of buttons because I was scared, and then the nice lady answered. They both looked at the child. You randomly dialed a number? Jinho asked. I'm very good at buttons. Apparently, Maya said. The absurdity of it hit her, and she laughed. What are the odds? Jinho's expression cracked. He almost smiled. In a city of 10 million people, your daughter found the one person who would definitely recognize your voice. I'm sorry. He said it quietly, not looking at her. For today. For the past 3 months. I'm sorry. Hana tugged on Maya's sleeve. Do you want to have ice cream with us? Daddy always gets me ice cream when I'm scared. I'm not scared anymore, but I still want ice cream. Hana, Miss Carter is probably busy. Actually, Maya surprised herself by saying, ice cream sounds perfect. That ice cream turned into dinner. Dinner turned into Hana insisting Maya see her drawing of Mr. Hoppy's family. The drawing led to Jinho's apartment, where Maya found herself sitting on a floor covered in toys, while a 4-year-old explained the complex social dynamics of her stuffed animal collection. Jinho made tea, moving around his kitchen with practiced efficiency. The apartment was immaculate, except for Hana's explosion of color and chaos. Photos lined one wall. Hana as a baby, Hana's first birthday, Hana at the beach. In every single photo, it was just Jinho and Hana. No mother anywhere. She asks about her mom sometimes, Jinho said quietly, following Maya's gaze. He handed her a cup of tea. I don't know what to tell her. How do you explain to a child that her mother looked at her once and walked away? Maya's throat tightened. I'm sorry. Don't be. We're fine. He watched Hana, who was now making Mr. Hoppy dance. We're managing. You're doing more than managing. She's incredible. She is. His voice softened in a way Maya had never heard at work. She's everything. Hana looked up. Daddy, can Maya come to my school show? We're doing a butterfly dance and I'm the yellow butterfly. Hana, Miss Carter has her own life. I'd love to, Maya said. The words came out before she could think. When is it? Jinho stared at her. You don't have to. I want to, if that's okay with you. Something shifted in his expression. Vulnerability, maybe, or hope. Friday, 3 o'clock. I'll be there. On Friday, Maya told Director Park she had a personal emergency and left work early. She'd never done that before, had never given them a single reason to doubt her dedication. But when she walked into that preschool auditorium and saw Hana's face light up from the stage, when she watched this tiny person in yellow wings dance her heart out, she knew she'd made the right choice. Jinho was in the back row, filming on his phone. Maya slid into the seat beside him. You came, he said, and his voice cracked. I promised. After the show, Hana ran to them, not to her father first, but to both of them, throwing her arms around Maya's legs. You saw me! I didn't fall down this time. You were perfect, Maya said, and meant it. Can Maya come to dinner too, Daddy? Please? Jinho looked at Maya, and there was a question in his eyes that had nothing to do with dinner. Would you like to? I'm actually not a terrible cook. I'd like that. This became their pattern. Once a week, then twice, then every few days. Maya would finish work and find a text from Hana dictated to Jinho, but clearly in the child's voice. Mr. Hoppy misses you. We're making pizza, and I picked all the toppings. Daddy says you should come see my new shoes, they have sparkles. At work, everything was still complicated. Jinho still challenged her ideas in meetings, still pushed back on her campaigns. But now Maya understood he wasn't trying to undermine her. He was preparing her for the board, for the clients, for the minefield of corporate Korea. When he questioned her work, she defended it better. When he pointed out weaknesses, she fixed them. They were becoming a team. The new campaign is good, he told her one evening, reviewing her presentation on his laptop while Hana colored at the table. Really good. Just good. He looked up, and there was that almost smile again. Excellent. Better than anything I could have done. Did you just compliment me? Should I record this? Don't push it, Carter. But he was smiling, actually smiling. Hana tugged on Maya's sleeve. Can you help me with my letters? Daddy tries, but he doesn't do the curly parts right. The curly parts? The lowercase g. See? She held up her workbook. It's supposed to curl, but Daddy makes it look like a circle with a tail. That's exactly what a G is, Jinho protested. It needs to curl, Daddy. It needs to be pretty. Maya took the pencil. Okay, let's make the prettiest G in Seoul. Watching them, heads bent together over the workbook, Jinho felt something in his chest crack open. For 3 years, it had been just him and Hana against the world. He'd told himself that was enough, that Hana didn't need anyone else, that he could be both parents, that love was enough. But seeing Maya praise Hana's letters, seeing his daughter's face glow with pride, seeing how naturally Maya fit into their small, broken family, he couldn't lie to himself anymore. He was falling in love with her. The problem was, Maya didn't know the whole truth. The campaign launch party was at a rooftop venue in Gangnam, all of Seoul's elite packed into a space designed for half that many people. Maya wore a dress that made Stella whistle and say, "Girl, you're going to break hearts tonight." She wasn't trying to break hearts. She was trying to celebrate landing the biggest account of her career. But when she walked in and saw Jinho across the room, in a suit that fit like sin, talking to a group of executives, her mouth went dry. He saw her. His expression shifted, softened, and he excused himself from the group. "You look, He stopped in front of her, seeming to forget every English word he knew. "Presentable?" she offered. "Stunning. You look stunning." Heat crept up her neck. "You clean up pretty well yourself." "Daddy!" They both turned. Hana was running through the crowd, Jinho's mother hurrying after her. "Hana, what are you doing here?" Jinho scooped her up. "You're supposed to be at home." "Grandma said I could come see Maya." Hana threw her arms around Maya's neck. "You look like a princess." "Hana insisted," Jinho's mother said in Korean, giving Maya an appraising look. "She talks about you constantly. I wanted to meet the woman who's made my son smile again." Maya blushed, not sure how much of that she was supposed to understand. Director Park appeared, his expression sour. "Mr. Kang, we have investors to speak with. This is a professional event, not a family gathering." "Of course." Jinho's voice went cold. He handed Hana to his mother. "I'll be right back, baby." "But Daddy." "Hana." His tone was firm. The light went out of Hana's eyes. Maya watched him walk away with Director Park, watched him slip back into that corporate mask. Something twisted in her stomach. Jinho's mother touched her arm. "He's scared," she said in careful English. "My son, he's scared of losing everything again." "I don't understand." "His wife. She didn't just leave, she—" The older woman's face creased with pain. "There are things he hasn't told you, things that make him afraid to let anyone close." "What things?" But Jinho's mother just shook her head. "That's his story to tell. Just be patient with him. He's trying." The rest of the party passed in a blur. Maya watched Jinho work the room, watched him be charming and cold and perfect. When she tried to catch his eye, he looked away. At midnight, she found him on the balcony, alone. "What's going on?" she asked. "Ever since your mother arrived, you've been avoiding me." "I'm not avoiding you." "Jinho," she touched his arm. "Talk to me." He pulled away. "This is complicated." "What is?" "This, us, whatever this is." He gestured between them. "You work for me. I work with you. At the same company, dating would violate policy. We could both lose our jobs. So don't call it dating. Call it being friends, being there for Hana." "Is that what you want? To be Hana's friend?" His voice was bitter. "Because she's getting attached, Maya. Really attached. She asks about you every day. She draws pictures of you. She told her preschool teacher that she has a new mom." Maya's breath caught. "She said that?" "Yes. And when you disappear from our lives, and you will, eventually it's going to destroy her. I can't let that happen. I won't." "Who says I'm going anywhere?" "Everyone leaves." The words burst out of him. "Everyone." Her mother looked at her once and walked away, didn't even say goodbye, just left a note saying she couldn't do it anymore. How do I trust that you won't do the same? "Because I'm not her." Maya stepped closer. "I'm not whoever hurt you. I'm me, and I care about Hana. I care about you." "You don't know what you're saying." "Then tell me the truth. All of it." He laughed, but there was no humor in it. "You want the truth? Fine. My wife didn't just leave. She tried to take Hana with her. Packed a bag in the middle of the night while I was at work, drove to the airport, got all the way to security before she—" His voice broke. Before she left Hana there. Just left a 4-month-old baby in her car seat at the airport and walked away. A security guard found her. Called the police. They called me. Maya felt sick. Jinho. So yes, I have trust issues. Yes, I'm careful about who I let into Hana's life, because I've seen what abandonment does to a child. I've seen it in her eyes when she asks why other kids have mommies and she doesn't. And the thought of her getting attached to you, of her loving you and then losing you. His voice cracked. I can't do that to her. I won't. What about what you want? Maya asked softly. What I want doesn't matter. It matters to me. They stood there on the balcony, the city lights blurring through Maya's tears. Jinho's face was raw, open, vulnerable in a way she'd never seen. I'm scared, he admitted. I'm terrified. Because I'm falling in love with you, Maya, and I don't know how to do this without risking everything. Then we figure it out together. It's not that simple. It is. It's exactly that simple. She took his face in her hands. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not her. I'm staying. You can't promise that. Watch me. She kissed him. He froze for half a second, then pulled her close, kissing her back like she was oxygen and he'd been drowning. The party, the company policies, the complicated mess of their situation, none of it mattered. This was right. This was real. A flash went off behind them. They broke apart. Director Park stood in the doorway, phone in hand, a triumphant smile on his face. How unfortunate, he said in Korean. I'll have to report this policy violation to HR immediately. Monday morning, they were both called into separate meetings. Maya sat in the HR director's office, watching her career in Seoul crumble. We have a strict non-fraternization policy, the HR director said, particularly between executives in the same department. One of you will need to transfer or resign. I'll resign, Maya said immediately. Ms. Carter, you don't have to make that decision now. Yes, I do. I'll have my resignation letter on Director Park's desk by end of day. She walked out, went straight to her office, and started packing. 3 years of work. 3 years of proving herself. Gone. Her phone buzzed. Jinho. Don't do anything yet, please, she texted back. Already done. An hour later, he burst into her office. You can't quit. Already did. Maya. It's fine. I'll find another job. Seoul has plenty of companies. That's not the point. He closed the door behind him. You shouldn't have to sacrifice your career because of me. Because of us, she corrected. And I'm not sacrificing anything. I'm choosing something better. Your job is just a job. Hana is real. What we have is real, and I'm not walking away from that. He stared at her. You're serious. Completely. I already resigned too. Maya blinked. What? This morning, before they even called me in, I told Director Park I was leaving to start my own firm. Jinho, you didn't have to. Yes, I did, because you were right. Some things are worth the risk. He crossed the room, took her hands. Come work with me, partner with me. We'll start our own agency. We'll do it right, our way. Diverse voices, global perspectives, everything we've been fighting for here. That's crazy. Probably. It could fail, completely. It might. We could lose everything. We could. He smiled. Or we could build something amazing, together. Maya looked at their joined hands, at his face full of hope, fear, and determination. Okay. Okay? Let's do something crazy. He kissed her right there in her office, in full view of anyone walking by. And for once, neither of them cared who saw. 6 months later, Carter and Kang Creative was thriving. They'd landed 3 major accounts, hired a diverse team, and created campaigns that had Seoul's advertising world buzzing. Maya's ideas, combined with Jinho's market knowledge, were unstoppable. But more importantly, they were a family. Hana had her own desk at the office, a tiny workspace where she drew advertisements for her stuffed animals and bossed around anyone who would listen. On this particular Saturday, the office was empty except for the three of them. Hana was staging an elaborate wedding for Mr. Hoppy and a stuffed elephant named Gerald. "Daddy, you have to be the priest," Hana insisted. "I don't think I'm qualified." "You're the boss. You're qualified for everything." Jinho looked at Maya, who was trying not to laugh. "Do we argue with that logic?" "Never argue with a bride on her wedding day," Maya said solemnly. So Jinho stood behind his desk, doing his best priest impression while Hana arranged her stuffed animals. "Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to join Mr. Hoppy and Gerald in holy matrimony." Hana suddenly stopped. "Wait. Maya, where are you?" "I'm right here, sweetie." "No, you need to be in the wedding. You're the flower girl." "I think I'm a little old to be a flower girl." "Then you're the—" Hana's face scrunched up in thought. "You're the mommy, Gerald's mommy, because every wedding needs mommies." Maya's throat tightened. Jinho met her eyes across the room. "Okay," Maya said softly. "I can be the mommy." After the stuffed animal wedding concluded with all the drama and pageantry a 4-year-old could muster, Hana fell asleep on the office couch, clutching Mr. Hoppy in his tiny tuxedo. Jinho and Maya sat at her desk, reviewing campaign proposals in comfortable silence. This was their life now. Work and family blurred together in the best possible way. "I have something to tell you," Jinho said suddenly. Maya looked up. His expression was serious. "My ex-wife contacted me last week." The world tilted. "What?" "She wants to meet Hana. Says she's been in therapy, worked through her postpartum issues. She wants to try again." "What did you say?" "I said I needed to think about it. Talk to you. Talk to Hana in age-appropriate ways." He rubbed his face. "I don't know what to do." "What does your lawyer say?" "That legally she has rights. She never gave them up. The abandonment was—" "He said it's complicated." Maya's mind raced. "What do you want?" "I want Hana to be happy. I want her to have every chance at a relationship with her biological mother, if that's what's best for her." He paused. "But I also know that you've been more of a mother to her in 6 months than anyone else has ever been. And if her biological mom comes back, if she wants to be involved—" "I'm not going anywhere," Maya said firmly. "Whatever happens, I'm not leaving." "She might ask you to." "I don't care. Hana needs stability. She needs people who choose her every single day. If her biological mom can be that person, then great. We'll figure out how to make it work. But I'm not stepping aside." Jinho pulled her close. "I love you. I love you too. Marry me." Maya pulled back to look at him. "What?" "Marry me. Not because of this situation, not because of the company or Hana or anything else. Marry me because I want to spend every day for the rest of my life with you. Because you make everything better. Because I can't imagine doing any of this without you." "That's not a question." "Maya Carter, will you marry me?" She kissed him. "Yes." "I don't have a ring." "I don't care." "We should probably plan this better." "Probably." She kissed him again. "But when have we ever done anything the conventional way?" "Fair point." "Daddy?" Hana's sleepy voice came from the couch. "Are you kissing Maya again?" They broke apart, laughing. "Yes," Jinho admitted. "Good. Can we have pancakes now?" "It's 4 in the afternoon." "Pancakes don't have a time, Daddy. That's what Maya says." "Did I say that?" Maya asked. "You said breakfast food is for whenever we want it." "That does sound like something I'd say." Jinho shook his head, smiling. "Fine. Pancakes it is." They packed up the office, bundled Hana into her coat, and headed out into the Seoul evening. As they walked, Hana held both their hands, swinging between them. I'm going to tell everyone at school that my daddy and Maya are getting married, she announced. We haven't told anyone yet, Jinho said. But it's true, right? It's true. Then I can tell people. That's how truth works, Daddy. Maya caught Jinho's eye over Hana's head. He was smiling that real smile, the one he saved for them, the one that made her heart skip every single time. Hey, Hana said suddenly. Maya. Yes, sweetheart? When you marry Daddy, does that mean you'll really be my mommy? Maya crouched down to Hana's level, there on the busy Seoul sidewalk. I'm already your mommy, if you want me to be. The wedding just makes it official. I want you to be. Hana threw her arms around Maya's neck. I always wanted you to be. Then I am. Jinho watched them, his heart so full it hurt. This woman who'd shown up in his life by random chance, who'd answered a child's scared phone call, who'd stayed when things got complicated. She was his future. Their future. Come on, he said, taking both their hands. Let's go home. They walked through the streets of Seoul, this small, unlikely family. A black woman who'd crossed an ocean to find herself. A Korean man learning to trust again. A little girl who'd brought them together. And somewhere in the city, in a small apartment in Gangnam, pancakes were waiting to be made. Because breakfast food, as they all agreed, was for whenever they wanted it. And they wanted it right now. So if you've ever had an unexpected moment completely change your life, drop that story in the comments below. And if you want to see more stories about love-crossing cultures, about families that choose each other, about second chances and new beginnings, hit that subscribe button. Because Maya, Jinho, and Hana, their story is just getting started. And trust me, you don't want to miss what happens next. Thank you for watching, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. See you in my next video.